Today I am going to take your second poem. The name of both poem are Dust of Snow and Fire and Ice. Welcome to you, DAV MPS Bhavarmal. You will be able to watch this video on YouTube also. First, I will give you explanation about the poet, and then I will explain both the poem. First poem like Dust of Snow from your book First Flight. Both the poem have been written by Robert Lee Frost, and second poem will be Fire and Ice. Just you may see on the screen. This is your second poem, Fire and Ice. This poem also has been written by Robert Frost. I will explain stanza wise. I will give the meaning, and then I will explain about the literary devices, and at last I will give you difficult word meaning. Okay, so from here I will explain about the poet. Yes. Okay, students, just I am going to explain about the poet. Name of that poet is Robert Lee Frost. As you may see on the picture here, this is the picture of famous poet Robert Frost. He was born on 1874 in San Francisco, USA, and died in 1963, Boston, USA. And now here is the description. Robert Lee Frost was an American poet. His work was initially published in England before it was published in America. One of the most popular means famous, one of the most popular and respected American poets of the 20th century. 20वीं शताब्दी के ये पॉपुलर पोएट थे अमेरिका के. Frost received 4 Pulitzer Prize. He was rewarded by the Pulitzer Prize 4 times for his best poetry. He was awarded the Congressional Gold Medal. उन्हें गोल्ड मेडल भी दिया गया in 1960 for his poetic works. On July 22, 1961, Frost was named Poet Laureate of Vermont. इनको एक नाम से सम्मानित किया गया. That is the great title for the poet, Laureate of Vermont. So this is the short description of the poet. Now I will explain your first poem, and you will be able to read this poem in First Flight book. The name of the poem is Dust of Snow by Robert Frost. First, I will give you difficult word meaning. Just say, for example, here the difficult word is hemlock. Hemlock you may see on the picture. This is the picture of a hemlock. Now this is poisonous tree. मतलब ये एक जहरीला प्लांट होता है. And second difficult word is rude. Rude means held in regret. मतलब पछताना. Now come to the first stanza. The way a crow shook down on me the dust of snow from a hemlock tree. Actually, this poem reminds us a famous movie that you may see, हम आपके हैं कौन. इस मूवी में एक गाना भी है ना, मे बी दैट सॉन्ग इज माई रे माई मुड़े रे पी बोल रही है कागा. दिस सॉन्ग इज रिसाइटेड बाय द हीरोइन, and she expressed about her feeling that The crow is speaking on the top of the house, and she was telling that she has fall in love with the hero. In India, this is a symbol of good things, and sometimes it is also believed that crow is a symbol of bad things. But here, in this poem, crow is symbolized as a good things. The way a crow shook down means hilana. No, on me, the dust of snow. Dust means particle. Snow means verb. From a hemlock tree. As you may see on the picture, crow is sitting here. किसी भी डायरेक्शन से आकर के कौवा जो है उस ब्रांच पर बैठ करके और हिलाता है उस एंड फ्रॉम दैट branch dust of snow falls on the poet's body, and this makes a change from his life. उसके जीवन में इससे परिवर्तन हो जाता है ना, और नाउ द पोएट इज सो हैप्पी at the end of the poem. So you may see on the picture here the dust of snow from a hemlock tree, and this is the picture of hemlock tree. In the first stanza, the poet is describing that he is standing under a hemlock tree, and the crow comes on that branch. He shook down that branch, and dust of snow falls on the body of the poet. The way a crow shook down on me the dust of snow from a hemlock tree has given my heart a change of mood. Due to that dust of snow, the mood of poet has changed now. Now the poet is so happy. Mood means मिजाज, heart means दिल, change मतलब परिवर्तन होना, and saved some part of the day I had ruled. यानी कि before starting the poem, the poet is in the sad mood. उनका मन ठीक नहीं था, अब वे अच्छे मतलब फीलिंग कर रहे हैं. नाउ द पोएट इज फीलिंग सो हैप्पी एंड सेव्ड मतलब बचा लेना, सम पार्ट ऑफ अ डे आई हैड र्यूड मीन्स एंगर, सॉरी, regret. Now come to the rhyming scheme of the poem. The way a crow, if you will name crow को a अगर हम देते हैं तो a crow is rhyming with snow. A me को अगर हम b देते हैं तो b me is rhyming with tree. Then a rhyming will be a b from the first stanza. And second stanza has given my heart. If you will give this sentence as a C name, the heart is rhyming with part, and D, mood is rhyming with rude. So then the rhyming scheme will be C D C D. Yes. And now comes to the enjambment. Now in this stanza, enjambment has been used when the first and second sentence doesn't ends with full stop and comma. That is known as enjambment. As you may see, the way a crow, there is no full stop, no comma, shook down on me. Here also the dust of snow, and this sentence last from a hemlock tree. Here is the full stop. So here the poet has used enjambment. Okay. Alliteration in this stanza also has been used, and saved some part. S or S here a repetition of the consonant letter, that is known as alliteration. And saved स साउंड, और इसमें भी स साउंड है तो इसको हम alliteration कहेंगे. Yes, if you have any doubt you may ask to me. Now come to the summary of the poem. Summary of the poem is the poet is standing under a tree and a crow comes to that branch and sat there, and due to that crow, a dust of snow falls on the poet's body, and now the poet is in the happy mood. In this way, we can say that if we follow the little rules, little things, little incident, then I think that in our life, my life will be changed due to that incident. छोटी छोटी बातों को अगर हम फॉलो करें ना, इफ़ यू विल फॉलो द लिटिल थिंग्स, छोटी छोटी बातें घर की परेशानी को, तो मे बी समटाइम्स दैट विल बी हेल्पफुल फॉर अस. Okay, so thank you for watching this video, and after that I am going to explain your second poem, Fire and Ice. As you may see on the picture, here is the picture of fire and ice. This poem also has been written by Robert Frost. Okay. Here is a stanza from your poem. Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction, ice is also great and would suffice. In this poem, fire is symbolized of desire. इस कविता में फायर जो है डिजायर के लिए सिंबलाइज्ड हुआ है, और आइस इज अ सिंबल ऑफ हेट. दिस इज द सिंबॉलिक पोएम ना. मतलब कवि के अकॉर्डिंग टू द पोएट, he believed that our world will perish two times, with the help of fire and with the help of ice. How it is possible? Now come to the stanza and I will explain. Some say the world will end in fire. कुछ लोग का मानना है कि दुनिया जो है फायर में समाप्त हो जाएगा ना, because fire is the symbol of desire. Each and every people have great wish to achieve everything. First, I think that we have a little bit money. Then I had a great wish to purchase cycle, motorcycle, aeroplane, everything. And due to this, hatred will be created by the people. There will be quarrelsome, and this is the great things for the destroying the world. Some say in ice. कुछ लोग का मानना है कि ये दुनिया जो है समाप्त हो जाएगा आइस से, नफरत से. From what I have tasted of desire. But now the poet is explaining that he thinks that the world will be perished with the help of desire. Desire में ये जो पूरा दुनिया जो है खत्म हो जाएगा ना. Desire मतलब इच्छा. Each and every person has great desire to achieve everything. Just we are facing. I hold with those who favor fire. पोएट कहते हैं कि मैं उनके पक्ष में, फेवर मतलब के पक्ष में, इन फेवर ऑफ दोज हु फेवर फायर, मतलब जो जिनका मतलब ये मानना है कि डिजायर में पूरा दुनिया फिनिश हो जाएगा, तो मैं इसको मानता हूँ. आई होल्ड. बट इफ़ इट हैड टू पेरिश ट्विस, अगर इसको दो बार पेरिश किया जाए, पेरिश मतलब डिस्ट्रॉय ना, अगर दूसरा बार इसको समाप्त किया जाए, ट्विस मतलब दो गुना, दो बार. आई थिंक आई नो इनफ ऑफ हेट, तो मुझे लगता है कि हेट इज द ग्रेटेस्ट थिंग फॉर डिस्ट्रॉइंग द वर्ल्ड. टू से फॉर डिस्ट्रक्शन, टू से डिस्ट्रक्शन मतलब लोग कहते हैं कि दुनिया का तबाही या बर्बादी. आइस इज आल्सो ग्रेट, नफरत भी एक सबसे बड़ा चीज़ है ना. दिस इज द ग्रेटेस्ट थिंग फॉर डिस्ट्रॉइंग द वर्ल्ड एंड वुड सफिस, और यह सफिस भी होगा. सफिस मीन्स एनफ, मतलब पर्याप्त. हियर यू हैव डिफिकल्ट वर्ड मीनिंग. पेरिस मीन्स डाई, ख़त्म कर देना. सफिस मीन्स बी सफिशियंट, मतलब पर्याप्त. नाउ कम्स टू द स्टैंजा वाइज summary. Then the summary of this poem is: the world will finish, the world will completely destroyed by two way. First, that is desire. As you may read through this stanza, that fire is the symbol of desire. Suppose we have great desire to achieve everything. हम लोग के पास सारी चीज़ें उपलब्ध हैं, फिर भी सारी चीज़ें उपलब्ध है, फिर भी हम चाहते हैं कि ये चीज़ हो मेरे पास. मतलब बाई completing all things, sometimes we have to face lots of problems. That is why the poet is explaining that the world will completely destroyed by the fire. And now the poet is also telling that the world will finished due to hate. नफरत, नफरत क्यों कैसे पैदा होगा? नफरत इस तरह से पैदा हुआ कि जैसे हमारे पास सारी चीज़ें हैं, दूसरे लोग भी चाहें कि उसी तरह से हम भी बन जाएं ना. तो टू अचीव एवरीथिंग he will also fight to all the peoples. There will be a struggle between two people, more than two people among the people. In this way, I think that there war will begin among the people. पूरे लोगों में युद्ध भी होगा, और युद्ध का परिणाम यू नो द रिजल्ट ऑफ द वार व्हाट विल हैपन. आप जानते हैं कि युद्ध का परिणाम क्या होता है. देन आई थिंक दैट द वर्ल्ड विल फिनिश. उसके बाद लगता है कि दुनिया समाप्त हो जाएगा. तो समरी मेन टीचिंग ऑफ दिस पोएम इज दैट वी शुड हैव a limited desire for achieving something, and we should use in a unique way, in a peculiar way. मतलब अच्छा ढंग से हमको किसी चीज़ को, किसी संसाधन का यूज करना चाहिए ना. we should use anything in a proper way so that problem should not be created by that things, and we should not hate any people. किसी के साथ हमको नफरत नहीं करना चाहिए. as you may have remembered a song, don't hate the peoples, respect all the peoples. So this is the teachings of this poem. I think that you will have get everything from this stanza. Here is the rhyming scheme. I will tell you about the literary device. So fire is rhyming with desire. If you will name first sentence as a, the fire, desire, then fire. That is the rhyming scheme. तो ये ए और ice that is rhyming with twice ice suffix. Then the rhyming scheme will be A B C. हेट को अगर हम सी देते हैं तो हेट इज राइमिंग विथ ग्रेट. A B C और B C B. आइस जो राइम कर रहा है सफाइस से. ओके, तो दिस इज द राइमिंग स्कीम. A B C B. Now comes to the alliteration. Alliteration, when the repetition of consonant letter more than 2 or 3 times, that is known as alliteration. Alliteration यहाँ है favor fire. Here is the repetition of F letter, that is known as alliteration. Favor fire. उसके बाद है some say, that is known as anaphora. Some word repeated in 2 lines at the first, at the beginning of the sentence, that is known as anaphora. For example, some say the world will end in fire. In the second stanza, some say, this is anaphora. Some say in ice. This is the example of anaphora. Okay. So if you have any doubt, you will write your comment in comment box. And now I think that your both the poem comes to end now. Thank you for watching. For more videos, subscribe to DAV MPS Bhavarmal. Thank you. If you have any problem, you may contact to your individual teachers. He will explain. Okay, thank you.